How do you remove any addiction from your life and focus on studying? Today, we will discuss this. About me, I am Pratik and I got a 97% in my 10th board exams without any coaching, tuition or reference books. I went from an average student to the top of my entire grade and I'll tell you how to do the same. So let's start the video. So first of all, let's talk about addictions. So addictions are of a lot of types. Be it someone is addicted to, let's say, girls, someone is addicted to, let's say, drugs, someone is addicted to alcohol. So basically these are things to which people are attracted to so much that they do them without any limits. And because they do that so much, they usually start breaking their own life. It starts disrupting their own thought process. This is the basis of addiction, and it is pretty obvious, like it's common knowledge what addiction is. Now, what many people have confusion is, or what many people don't understand is, how do we actually remove an addiction? What do we actually do that an addiction or anything similar, like an obsession or anything, is gone? You know, my simple answer would be to just stop doing it. But the long answer would be, well, that's a long story. Because usually for an addiction, you need to have a good mind. If your mind is not good, then the addiction will take over you. But if your mind is good, like it has good thoughts, it is healthy, it actually gets good sleep, then slowly your addictions will leave you alone. Why? Because addictions are nothing but just the thought process that your mind has when it's unhealthy, just the actions that your mind does when it does not want to do healthy habits. That's the point. Addictions are nothing on their own. They are just like they are just signs that something is wrong. So, what my point is that you should, instead of being addicted to things and thinking that addiction is bad itself, you should just look at it objectively. Your mind at the end of the day will be in your control, right? So why don't you improve your mind rather than trying to remove addictions? Let's say you are in a palace and outside there is a goblin or some shit, right? Now, what will you rather prefer? To beat the goblin or to close the gates so that the goblin cannot even enter? Now, of course, if you can permanently beat the goblin, then it's fine. But the goblin is immortal. As long as the palace is open, the gates are open, it will enter or it will try to enter. So rather than trying to kill something which is immortal, you just close yourself off it, right? You do not even allow it to interact with you. And that way, even if there's a goblin outside, even if there's any anomaly outside, you still don't care. Why? Because of course, your mind has been shut off to those kind of things. That's what we want. So now, just think about it. Let's say you are addicted to playing video games. Now, what do you actually do when you want to play video games? First, you have a thought process like, okay, I want to play Valorant. First, you say no, then the urges become bigger and bigger. Now, slowly, they start consuming you. Now, your thought process is slowly that why don't I just try it? Why don't I play it for 1 minute or 2 minutes? After that, I'll just stop. Or I know it will not even be good, so I'll just stop after I play just one match. Alright, then you play one match, let's say. Then your mind will be like, okay, one match was not that bad, so why not I play one more match? It will only take 5 minutes. Then one more, then one more, and one more. And slowly, these urges or these activities build up, and you see that you have wasted your entire day. So, what my simple answer would be to just not do it. Like, okay, it might seem obvious, yeah, bro, just don't do it. But the thing is that at the end of the day, if you want to play some game, then you would have to sit on your chair, like the gaming chair, computer chair, or whatever, turn on your computer, open the game, log in, then invite your friends or whatever, then get into the game, wait in the lobby. So, this whole process is itself of around 15 to 30 minutes. Now, can you stop it at any point? Yes, of course. You can literally command your legs to just not walk towards the chair, right? You can just say, after I do this work, like after I, let's say, complete this chapter, I will then play games. Or after I have completed this page of work, I will then start playing the game. Then you complete one page, Then you say, after I complete this one more page, then slowly it goes and goes on and goes on until you realize the day is finally over, your work is complete, and now even if you play games, it doesn't matter. But now you wouldn't even want to play games because you're already tired and exhausted, right? And even if you want to play games, first of all, it's not that bad if all the work is completed. But still, if you don't want to play, like if you do not want to even play a game in a whole month or a year, you have given an oath to yourself, or basically you're on a streak or some shit. So, at that point, just again command your legs to just sleep. Like, it's not that hard. You just not do the thing. That's the point. Instead of fighting it and thinking, oh no, I will not, oh no, I will, whatever, instead of thinking about it directly, just don't do it. Let's say watching Instagram reels. You pick up your phone, your mind is constantly going like, okay, I'll watch Instagram, I'll watch Instagram. You simply open your phone, click on Instagram for a bit longer, delete it. What will your mind do? Okay, it wanted to watch Instagram, but now what? Instagram is no more. Then it will say to download it, download it. You just don't listen to it. That's the advice. Instead of actually thinking and contemplating that urge, contemplating the idea of doing or not doing the thing, you simply say, fuck it, I'm not doing it, done. Instead of prolongedly thinking, cognitively realizing that you are being addicted, you are being pulled towards that thing. Instead of doing those kinds of shit, which of course does not work, because if you think more about it, then your mind will think that okay, this person is interested, so I can get him or her, of course, to play the game or to do the activity. Rather than that, you just say no, because at the end, your mind has two sides. One is your cognitive side, or one is your conscious side, which literally controls you. Like let's say I pick up I raise my hand, right? So this was my cognitive or conscious side. It literally said, raise your hand, I raised it, done. Now, the second side is the convincing side, right? This side is the one which is active in the most like obsession and addiction type of situations. This side will tell you, okay, just one more game, okay, just one more reel, okay, just one more shorts, just one more video, just one more page, like just one more game, or whatever. You're getting my point? That's the literal division of your mind. One point is the one which you control, while one side is the one which will try to control the side which controls you. But at the end, the conscious side is the one which you have complete control over. Let's say my brain is trying to convince me, don't raise your hand, don't raise your hand. But at the end, the choice to raise the hand is mine, right? You're getting my point? Just think of it this way. Your mind is a little girl or a little boy or whatever, like it's a child. It will just try to do whatever it can that gives it slight pleasure, right? Now it's your duty to pull it in and say, no, don't do it, right? So just think about it. Let's say you are just sitting around. Your mind suddenly has a huge urge to, let's say, play Valorant, alright? At that point, what do? Instead of actually thinking about it, well, should I play, should I not? Instead of actually deciding the factors, thinking, okay, if I play for 1 hour, then I'll know. Any of that bullshit is literally not worth it. Instead of that, just think, okay, my mind is again trying to convince me to do something bad, so fuck it, I'll just not do it. Let's say your mind is constantly saying, hey, just get up and go to your seat, like go to your computer chair or whatever, and just start playing games. You get up and you go outside for a walk. What will it do? After some time of saying that, okay, you should not have done this, okay, it's bad for you, whatever, it will literally think about other things. Because that side is literally like a child. It doesn't know what's right or wrong, it just wants slight bits of pleasure. So after you are walking around for quite a time, or you're doing any other activity, let's say you start doing the laundry, at that point your mind will slowly forget about that thing, forget about the game, but rather just think about and focus on the current activity. Then it might try to convince you to do something else. Like now do this. Let's say now you watch Instagram reels because you have your phone on. You close your phone. What will it do? It will just try to convince that no, watch it. You don't. For removing an addiction, for removing an obsession, instead of fighting the urge, you see it and you just don't do it. That's the point, right? Now, how do you build consistency in this? Like, let's say you are doing this for quite a time, but now it's like it's taking a mental toll on you to every time just say no and do something else. Well, the simple idea is to just repeat the process and make it faster. Just imagine your mind is looking at you. The evil side is thinking that I'll make him do the habits. I'll make him, let's say, I'll make him watch Instagram reels or some shit. Right? Now, if you instantly say no, as soon as it says, should we watch Insta, you say no. Should we play games? No. As soon as you start doing that and you actually start working on that urge, you instead of actually recognizing it, you just say no and just move on. Slowly, your mind will realize that okay, now he is not being manipulated. Now he is not thinking about the urge itself, but rather he is just doing his work. And slowly, due to reinforcement and due to the repeated actions and everything, that thing, like that mindset, would take over of saying no. Now, you'd be more happy and you'd have no problem in saying no to a certain activity rather than saying yes. That's the point. Like, as much as you repeat this, as much as you say it again and again, as much as for any activity you say no and start doing the work, you say no and go out for a walk, your mind will have no option but to accept it, right? Well, now you might say, then what about the thing you said in the starting of the video? Like the urges or the addictions are literally just signs of something wrong or something unhealthy that your mind is going through. Well, that thing's true. And to fix it, we are doing this thing. You're getting my point? Rather than we just trying to stop the urges, we are stopping the urge and doing something which is actually good for us. You're getting my point? That's the whole point. If you stop doing the bad thing and start doing the good things, slowly your mental health would improve, of course. Right? Let's say every time you have to eat some chips or some shit, you say no. Your mental health will improve, of course, because it's healthier to not eat chips. It's better for your gym. Right? So at that point, your mental health is already improving because you are saying no. So it's like these things go simultaneously. These things go side by side. They are not completely separate entities. It's not like if you do one thing and you do other, then that will have to be in a completely different timestamp. Of course, they'll go together. If you're not doing something, then of course you'll do something else. And why not that something else be some good activity? That's the point. Now, one point is that this idea of just saying no can also be applied to good habits. You can also say just yes. Just say yes. To good habits, like we said, to bad habits, do not even recognize the thought of saying, of the mind saying, like, oh no, you should do this or that. You just say no. For good habits, do not even recognize the thought of your mind trying to resist it. Let's say you're going to the gym. Instead of thinking about the thought, oh my god, my mind is saying that I should not go to the gym. Maybe it's right, maybe it's not. Okay, let me weigh the pros and cons. None of that bullshit. None of that numerical things. Just say yes and start working on that thing. Start working on that action. You're getting my point? Instead of thinking about it, just say yes if you know already that it's a good thing. Let's say you want to study or you have to study for some exam or something, right? Instead of thinking that if I study now, then I study tomorrow for 2 hours a day, then I'll get whatever. Don't think that. Just think, I have to study. Okay, then I'll study. Done. Just come here, like come to your room or whatever, and start studying. You're getting my point? Now, this will again pick up the thing of reinforcement. Because as much as you say yes to good things, your mind will think that okay, now he's completely different. First of all, he was saying no to bad things, and now he's saying yes to good things. So slowly, the side of your mind which suggests bad things or bad actions, and the side of your mind which resists good actions, these both sides are basically the same, the evil part of your mind, this slowly will start to fall apart. They slowly will have nothing to say because they already know if it says anything, then you'll say no or you'll say yes accordingly, right? That's the point. So you just understand that if you have an urge or addiction, Just say no. Just try it once. Let's say today you have an urge to play video games. Rather than actually recognizing it or whatever, just think, no, I'll not play it. What will you do? Just don't play it. Okay, your mind will again try to convince you. It will 100% try to convince you. It will repeatedly say, oh no, it's good for you. He was lying. No, all these YouTubers, all these researches are bad. Whatever. Just if you know that it's bad for you, then it's bad for you. There's no need to argue, no need for debate. Just say, no, it's bad for me. Done. That's the point. Right? Now, this was the whole idea for breaking an urge or addiction. While it may seem simple or obvious, like just say no or just say yes, this thing is the thing which broke me from so many urges. Like first of all, it was like YouTube shorts or whatever, then playing games, then being addicted to girls or whatever, then addicted to Discord. Like so many urges and everything were removed, and so many good things like studying for 8 hours or 12 hours a day, going to the gym, these things were added just because I did the say yes or say no technique, right? Now, if you want more help from me, like how to be exactly the person like I am, like the best person in your school, I literally got the highest grades in my entire school, and now my school is holding a ceremony to like celebrate it everything. Like imagine you going to a stage, and on the top of stage, everyone is applauding for you. Your parents are sitting in the front seat, like of course, because you are the school topper, you got the highest in your entire school. They are sitting in the front seat, they are really happy. Then the principal, and let's say you had some problems with her, whatever, she is literally, she or he or she is literally like praising you and everything, like he is the best student. Then you are literally given the option to give a speech to the audience, to the other students. Isn't that the best thing? And that's what I want for you. That's why I highly recommend you to join my program. Like it's one of the best things. You literally get my memorization techniques, like a memorization technique from a 97% student. It's literally for $5. Like how much is actually $5? You literally spent it on clothing while do not even thinking about it. That's the point. You can literally get the course for $5. It has a memorization technique, how to do each subject, exam strategies, a literal PDF with 10 to 15 pages on how do you exactly create a good timetable or to-do list for yourself. I highly recommend it because it will literally increase your grades by either 50% or even 100%. That's why I say you should 100% do it, right? It will take you from a 75 or 70% student to a 90 or 97% student or even more, like it did to me, like these techniques and everything did to me, and it took me so long to understand these. That's why I say you should join the program. There are two links in the description. One is for Indian buyers who wants to pay through UPI, while second is for like international buyers who wants to pay through card, right? The price is same for both, $5 equivalent for Indian rupees and $5 for international buyers, right? I'll see you in the program. Till then, you can watch my previous videos, like and subscribe, and 100% absolutely join the program. The first 5 people get it for $5, and then the prices will increase. That's why I highly recommend it. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, work like a dog, live like a lion.